Hello world, this is Prince Sefa-Boakye and I am in the city of San Diego, California, sitting inside Operacaffe. Now for those of you who may not know this, but Operacaffe has a special place in my heart. If you haven't taken a look at my website, the header photo that you see when you go on my website is the outside patio of Operacaffe, and it has to be my landmark. You gotta watch these trucks sometimes. But anyways, it happens to be my landmark or my signature photo from my website, and I have this man to thank. His name is Peter Morales. He is the manager of Operacaffe, and Operacaffe is a 4-star restaurant here in San Diego consecutively for the past, I guess, 3 years. So Peter Morales, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you.
Go ahead and give me a handshake.
All right.
Thank you. It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. It's all right. So, Peter, do you mind introducing yourself and tell the audience what you do?
I'm the general manager here at Operacaffe. I started here. We opened here in 2008 with Roberto and Patricia Branchi. They're both chefs. We go back many years, 20 years. We started over in Trattoria La Strada, which was on 5th and G, and was Keystone restaurant here in downtown San Diego. It was one of the first restaurants to start out when they revamped downtown San Diego. And back in 2008, when we decided to split the Operacaffe, Patricia and Roberto came here. I followed them 4 months later, coming here to the restaurant. And what makes this place special is the food. The one thing I've learned is through Roberto and Patricia is the quality of the products we use make the food. And that we're one of few restaurants in San Diego that have a special award from the government of Italy that are authentic Italian cuisine, where 80% of the products are Italian. The servers have to be bilingual, they have to speak Italian, and the chef has to be Italian. And I think that's something that sets us apart from the other restaurants here in San Diego. We're also specialized in Tuscan cuisine, which is, the area of Firenze, Toscana, Pisa, Livorno, the Tuscan region, which is known in Italy as the wine region because you have the Chianti coming from there, and everybody knows Chianti wine. So the kitchen is also very popular there. There's other parts of Italy, obviously, that are very good too. The southern part and the northern part, but the central Tuscan region is very well known for its cuisine. And Patricia's born and raised there. She's here 5 days a week. She supervises, all the quality of the product, all the food that's coming out, and that's a little bit of the history of Operacaffe, and
Well, so tell me the name Operacaffe. How did that came about?
Okay, the name Operacaffe. Everybody asks me about that. And they always look at me and they say, "Hey, are you the opera singer?"
Yes,
I'm a little
exactly.
chunky, but I don't sing, so. Basically how it happened was across the street is the Balboa Theater, and it's one of San Diego's oldest theaters, and they revamped it probably like 15 years ago. And Roberto, which was the chef who did all the breads and the desserts, etc., came up with the name because he thought when they were revamping, he doesn't speak that well English, he thought when they were doing the theater across the street that they were going to play opera. So he said, okay, well, he had to think of a name, so he came up with Operacaffe, and instead of spelling it 2 words, it's 1 word. It's Operacaffe, and it's 1 word, Operacaffe, and that's how we got the name here, and we're trying to make it, popular.
Yeah, it was popular to me. So let me tell you the story of how it happened. So I think 2 years ago, I was traveling in my limousine doing a photo shoot. I was looking for a place for a nice spot to do a coffee shoot type of thing. So I came across this hotel. This restaurant. And And I looked outside the outside pavilion, and right away, like, you know what? This is a perfect spot to do this shoot with the coffee and everything. And I was like, I was really rushing to be sure I can get at least 10 minutes of this time. So I grabbed Peter and said, Peter, can I just have at least a few minutes here, take some photo shoots? And he said, yeah, sure, go ahead. And as you can see, I took some great shots. It happened to be my signature website photo. So Peter, again, thank you so much. It's public to me. So one more thing is this. Now, my audience don't know out there is that Robert. Now, I had not had the pleasure and honor to meet the chef and also the man behind him.
Roberto, you did. I think you met him at one time.
Maybe one time,
he
but
had the gray hair.
Yeah,
like that.
I think so. Yeah. But the thing was, my audience out there don't know that he died.
Recently. He passed away. It's gonna be. It was a year and a half ago. Unfortunately, he had some age on him, and he had a strong battle with cancer. He's with us in spirit, though. Trust me, we feel him here all the time. So,
well, tell me about him. Tell my audience.
Roberto actually became involved. He was his profession in Italy. I believe he was an electrician, and he did that career from his 20s to his 30s, and then in his late 30s, he realized that his passion was food, and his grandmother was a really, really, really good, cook. She wasn't a chef by profession, but she had very good recipes from years of growing up, and from her grandmother and her mother, and basically what happened was Roberto taught her throughout the years, taught him when he was young how to cook, and then at 30 I guess he had an early midlife crisis and got involved in the kitchen, and he had a passion for it and he was good at it.
Wow.
And he's won also numerous awards from Italy. We have one of the awards here, which he won in 1980 for La Caterina Medici, which is, I can't give you the explanation, but it's a very elite award from Italy, and we have it here in the restaurant. But the bottom line is Roberto had passion and soul when he cooked, and when he passed, I really learned a lot from him. That the majority is it's not all about business. It's really about making people happy and having them have a good experience and enjoy it. He got more out of that than hey, did we make the rent this month, et cetera, et cetera. He taught me things like that, which I'm so ever grateful, and
right.
And that's why we do this. I mean, obviously we have to make a living from this, but we really do it because we like it, and we take so much pride in doing this. And Patrizia, she's teaches us a lot, and how things should be, and the way to keep the tradition going.
Yeah.
And that's it's unique, because it's just not like a typical restaurant. It's very family orientated here. We all have a great connection, chemistry, and we try to make people feel what it's like to dine in Italy and to have that experience. That's very important for us. We that's our whole goal, to make people feel, hey, you know what, this is just as good or better than when I was in Italy. And we get that a lot. We get a lot of people say, hey, you know what, I just came back from Italy and this is the closest thing I've ever found. So, we're proud of that, and this is our job. This is our life.
Well, great. Well, I wish I had a glass of wine to raise a toast to Roberto. So
Salud.
Salud, right? I'll raise a little bread for you, Roberto.
Yes.
Man, so now my last question I want to leave my audience is this. What is one piece of advice for anybody who wants to do what you're doing today or wants to open up their own restaurant?
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Okay.
You know what? I'll be honest with you. I started doing this when I was 12, and I started folding napkins. My father had businesses in La Jolla, and there was a couple steakhouses underneath my father's restaurant, his boutique. And it was the summertime, and the guys in the kitchen, I would always say hi. I was like, a little punk from the area, and so they would tell me, they would say, hey, you want to fold some napkins for $1? And I would file, fold stacks of napkins into the form they needed them.
Right.
And that's how I got involved in the restaurant industry. early, and I just kept on going with it. And first of all, it was an after-school job.
Yeah.
And then, when I was going to college, I really realized that that's what I really liked the industry. That was my thing, and many times I wanted to get out of it because it's frustrating, it's stressful, and it's you put in the long hours. And my advice to someone who wants to get in this industry is if you really like food and the service hospitality industry, stay in it. But it's not for everyone.
Right.
It really isn't. But I really enjoy what I do. I have a great time. I couldn't see myself being inside an office in a cubicle. That would kill me. I mean, I meet people here every single day. You hear interesting stories, and it's I enjoy. Actually, I like coming to work. When people tell me, "Well, you work all these hours," I'm like, you know what? I actually like it. I hate to say it, but I like it. And
Right. Well, I appreciate you, really, Peter. I really do.
Pleasure.
All right. And lastly, is there any other any special dishes that you're putting out there, or any special new how you say promotional anything? I guess.
Right now, Patricia's working with truffles a lot because they're in season right now.
Okay.
We have a few specialty plates that are fresh pastas with the creamy porcini sauce and fresh truffles on top.
That sounds
that
good.
are delicious, and those are you won't find that at any Italian restaurant. They're selected, but definitely those are the ones that I think are really popular right now.
Okay, well, you know what? I'm gonna come by, try a dish, and I'm gonna write a review for you.
That sounds great.
That sounds good. So, guys, that's the end of my time. Peter, thank you so much for being on my show. For more people and also entrepreneurship, you can go to my personal website, www.princessdailyjournal.com. You can go to my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Princess Daily Journal. And also, if you wish to come here for your Italian cuisine, you come to Operacaffe, located on 4th Avenue, right across the street from Balboa Park. And what are your hours?
Balboa Theater.
Theater, excuse me, Balboa Theater, excuse me. And what's the hours?
Well, we open at 11 in the morning, and we usually close around 10 o'clock, 10:30 the kitchen. It depends on how busy we are, but
Right.
usually till 10:30.
Okay, well then, that's that. That's a wrap, guys. Well, until next time, guys, be good and stay classy.
All
right.
And I just want to say one more thing. If I'm not here, ask for Kika. That's Patricia's daughter. She'll get mad that I didn't mention her.
Okay, all right. See you guys.
Ciao.